Otla House is essentially inspired and defined by the Otla, which is climatically and relevant feature in Indian tropical architecture, always has been. This house is a ode to that. The two-story house is located on a verdant half-acre piece of land in the heart of Bengaluru, just east of the city centre. It's about 22,000 square feet in terms of area. And it's a rectangular piece of land, completely devoid of any kind of landscape. As far as the topography goes, it's a completely flat piece of land. It's flanked by access roads on the north and the west sides, and other single-family standalone structures on the south and the east. The clients are a family of three, husband, wife and their son. They are a business family who have lived in Bengaluru for a very long time. When they first approached us, they told us about how they've grown up in old Delhi in these colonial homes. Our approach is essentially a postmodern take on the quintessential tropical Indian home. The house is defined by an angan, or a central courtyard, which is a large open-to-sky space around which all the functions revolve. That, coupled with the semi-covered veranda or the Otla, is essentially what defines and drives the entire project. Their programmatic brief was fairly straightforward, fairly clear. They essentially had a need for 4 bedrooms, along with attached baths and powder bathroom, a spacious living, dining. They also wanted a little home study for themselves. They had a particular set of requirements as far as the staff area, the back of house areas went. So they wanted 3 designated staff rooms along with their own kitchen and wash areas. The idea was to physically and visually try and connect as many spaces of the home as possible to the courtyard as well as the peripheral veranda. The southeast corner becomes the anchor point for the entire home, and this acts as the most dense part of the home, which is essentially the staff block. The double height living space, the family room, one of the guest rooms, the client's study, the meditation space and the dining areas all form part of the ground floor. And the more private areas like the bedrooms with the ensuite bathrooms form the first floor. You basically enter the house through the veranda. You enter the house through a large 8-foot by 10-foot door. The door takes you basically to a holding space or an entrance lobby, which is characterized by custom designed double curved wall or partition, which is made out of 2-inch strips of recycled Burma teak. The dining is on the other side. There's a freestanding wooden piece that actually disconnects part of the veranda from the entrance porch, and that particular portion behind becomes the breakfast table or the breakfast area, which in turn ties up with the main dining space of the home. The entire veranda has been built out of slate. It's a deep charcoal black colored tile that runs along the entire veranda, and the terrazzo, which is a whitish light greyish kind of material, makes up the floor of the entire home. From the entrance vestibule, you visually connect with the central open-to-sky courtyard, which is characterized by a band of cut polished columns that define its extents. To the south of the courtyard lies the double-height living room, which is another vertical connection between the two levels. Just west of the living room is the family room, which acts as a den. North of the family room is one of the guest bedrooms along with an attached bath. The quiet room makes up the northeast quadrant of the home, and it is essentially a meditative space for the clients to use. Another distinct feature in the house is powder bathroom or the cloakroom, which has been finished with a curved edge. And this powder bathroom has been finished again completely in recycled Burma teak. Primary staircase is a single flight of stairs, which again hugs the western edge of the courtyard. The staircase has been cast in folded concrete and finished in again recycled Burma teak. As a design solution, the railings on the staircases as well as along the entire periphery of the house are all made out of stainless steel, which is then PVD coated. The second staircase is actually made out of mild steel and anchored onto the walls of the staircase well, and then finished again in recycled Burma teak. So the master bedroom is a unique space which has a distinctively tall ceiling finished in again Burma teak with an island bed. The back of the bed, the headboard, is actually the back of a really large sofa that allows you to face south and look onto the veranda and the lawns beyond. The use of the courtyard and the verandas, they tend to be two very powerful solar passive features as far as the carbon footprint of the home is concerned. The courtyard acts as a vertical stack which allows kind of movement and circulation of breeze. The sunlight, however, can be controlled. We have a set of motorized louvers over the courtyard which allow the end users to control the amount of natural light coming into the home. Given that this is the south side of the house, the veranda here is the deepest. So it's actually a 12-foot wide veranda that then narrows down and slims up on the west side. So close to the southern edge of the property, we've created a linear reflective pool which acts as a strong focal point. The home is a combination of cut polished concrete, recycled Burma teak and glass, along with a cementatious terrazzo that forms the entire floor of the home. All four of these materials have very, very rich tactile quality, which is something that we quite enjoy. The color palette across the home is fairly muted. We've got whites, off-whites and light grays. And we thought it would be great to bring in certain pops of color through certain accessories and furniture pieces. Strength of the home lies in what allows nature's elements to kind of permeate freely through the home and allows for an equal amount of social interaction as well as introspection.